$709 more on average per household, and the major impact to the low income. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video. Let's get right into it. I know in this video, I do want to share with you the details of a new report that was recently released by Moody's Analytics illustrating $709 more on average per household each and every month, and what this means for the low income and fixed income beneficiaries, as the reports are now coming out right now showing this is mostly impacting the low income and fixed income beneficiaries in a major way. I want to bring this all to your attention here because this is yet again another new report, and I want to bring this all to you so you can see what is actually going on out there right now and what the numbers are now illustrating. Let's get right into it. Really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. I truly do appreciate your support. If you have not done so yet, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'm here for you every single day, bringing the latest details as they're hitting the wire, and of course, pointing out anything that's popping up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of during this very busy, confusing, and uncertain time that we're currently living through, as we have been for the last few years, and realistically, it's going to be this way for quite a bit longer anyway going forward. So again, I'm here for you no matter what. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so, and whatever I can do, just let me know down below in the comment section. I truly want to help you out during this time. All right, thanks again. Subscribe down below. There's that big old button. Make sure to hit that if you have not done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about the details of this new report out of Moody's Analytics and what they're finding here over the last couple years as of right now as well. Now, these numbers are pretty shocking, and again, report after report after report that I continue to come across and read, they all continue to point to the low income and fixed income beneficiaries, which encompasses about 100 million people in this country. About a third of our population falls into this category that are majorly being impacted by all of this. So if that's not important, I guess I don't really know what is, because that is a huge percentage of our population. Therefore, we need to pay attention to this because this is major stuff that is going on right now. All right, so our best friend this year and last year, do you know what that is? Yeah, of course you do. It's inflation, right? Well, as a result of that, let me share with you the details of this new report by Moody's Analytics and show you exactly what they're finding from this study. Here's what they're finding. As of right now, the average household is paying an extra $709 more every single month to buy the same old goods and services that we were buying just 2 years ago. So that's nuts. So think of it, back in, call it, the third quarter or so of 2021. So 2 years ago, from then until now, the average household is paying $709 more every single month for the same old things. Now, here's what's interesting about that. And again, I don't really need to tell you this because you already know this, but let me just point it out anyway, because this is one of the obvious things out there. So let's just say that somebody's living on a fixed income benefit of, say, I don't know, $800, $900, $1,000, $1,200, something like that a month. If they're paying on average, the average household of $709 more, just based on the same old goods and services because of inflation, guess what that means? You've got like literally nothing left to live on, right? That is craziness right there. That is nuts to see that the average household is paying that much. Now again, doesn't mean that every single household is, but that's the average. Now some might be paying, extra $300, $400, $500. Some might be paying an extra $900, $1,000, $1,200 a month more than what we were just 2 years ago. Now, they also found in this report as well, just in July, so July of 2023, so not that long ago, right? They also found that the average household paid $202 more just in July than what we did a year ago. So not 2 years ago, just 1 year ago. So from July 2023 to July 2022, the average household paid $202 more just in that 1 month alone on the same old goods and services. Nice, right? Yeah, loving it. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic about that, right? No, that is really tough. Now, let me talk about some other details of other reports that have come out recently as well that I certainly want to bring to your attention that we all need to know about. We, here in this country, recently hit a new milestone we have never reached before in the country. Is this something we should be proud of? Well, it depends how you look at it, right? Here's what it came down to. A report that was recently released as well shows that the American consumer, as in you and me and everybody else out there, we collectively have $1.03 trillion in credit card debt. As of right now, we have never surpassed $1 trillion of credit card debt, and we officially did it, okay? $1.03 trillion of just credit card debt. That's not talking about auto loans, not talking about student loans, not talking about mortgages, stuff like that, just credit card debt, okay? Remember, we've talked about this before in other videos. In my honest opinion, credit card debt is like the worst kind of debt you could possibly have simply because interest rates are crazy high. Now, let me point out this. The most recent averages out there right now are showing that the average credit card interest rate right now is just under 21%. This is nuts, okay? The last time we saw interest rates anywhere close to this was back in 1991. Good old 91, right? Yeah, good old days, right? Remember the good old 90s? I do. It was honestly kind of a fun time, right? So here's the thing. That is what happened here, okay? So this is showing what's going on here. What is the big picture and what is this illustrating to us? It's clearly showing nobody has any money. The money that we do have is being spent very rapidly right now. In fact, in just a second here, I'll give you more details of another report that was also released as well. These are some pretty surprising numbers, but basically what this is showing, the average person has no money. The average person is floating balances on credit cards, me included. Just opened another credit card. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know that I have multiple credit cards. Literally like a week ago, I just got another credit card. Why? Because there's multiple reasons why I opened another credit card, but again, I wanted more credit to start spending stuff on, right? Again, so yeah, that was me again. So I have a whole handful of credit cards at this point. I think I have like 6 of them now. So anyway, yeah, not necessarily proud of that, but just something I'm talking about. And again, want to give you that transparency. Now, I can give you a quick little tip here. One of the main reasons why I opened this credit card, because it has a nice welcome bonus, as in like $600 worth of credit bonuses just for opening the card, okay? So I want to grab that 600. That's basically why I opened it, because I'm going to be spending anyway. So if I'm going to be doing that anyway, why not grab the extra $600 bonus? But again, that's a totally different topic. I can talk about it in a separate video if you'd like me to. But again, my point is, nobody has any money. Everybody's floating balances on credit cards right now, and that's exactly what we're seeing. And we're racking up credit card debt at a record pace right now, and getting into over $1 trillion of credit card debt. Now, get this as well. I shared this in another video, maybe like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago probably. Honestly, I don't remember when I released that video, but I was talking about how much cash we had in August of 2021. The American people had $2.1 trillion in savings in August of 2021. Okay, well, 2 years later in the spring, about 2 years later in the spring of 2023, so just a handful of months ago, the American people had $500 billion left, okay? So what does that show? We had in August of 2021, 2.1 trillion. Now we have, call it $500 billion left in savings, okay? Now you might be thinking, that's still a ton of money. You're right, it is a lot of money. However, that is collectively across the entire country, across 334 million people in this country. When you do the math on that, it's not that much money per person, especially when you look at some of the people out there who have millions of dollars. What it shows is that the averages are very low, right? A few people with a lot of money set aside in savings can really alter the averages out there, okay? So my point is, basically nobody has any money left, okay? And the whole point of the Federal Reserve raising interest rates is basically to get us to maybe, basically what's happening with all this interest rate hikes and stuff like that is we're paying more in interest, sucking more money out of our pockets, going out into thin air, basically phantom expenses, which is interest, and you get absolutely nothing for that, right? So anyway, I could sit here and go on and on, report after report, all these different things that I've been seeing out there. I've talked about some of these before in other videos, like that one I just shared you right there. But again, a lot of stuff going on out there. And I want to bring these details out of this report here from Moody's Analytics and showing the $709 on average per household per month. That is not per year. That is per month that the average household is spending right now just because of inflation. Wow, thanks, right? Just what we wanted to do is spend an extra $709 a month on nothing, literally nothing, right? We're getting the same stuff that we got 2 years ago for that much more money a month. That's crazy, which by the way, $709 a month over the course of the entire year is about $8,400 a year more that we're just literally throwing away because of inflation. That's nuts, right? That is like life-changing money for a lot of people. $8,400, that's a lot of money. Well, technically it's about $8,500, but either way, $8,400, $8,500 over the course of the year, that's like life-changing money for a lot of people. And that's like the annual income for some fixed income beneficiaries, right? Now, let me throw out one more little point here really quickly, and then I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to wrap this video up, which is this. Okay, if incomes are not keeping up with the pace of inflation, that simply means what do we got to do? We need to cut back on our spending, as in, if you only have so much money to spend, we either need to do one of two options. Float the extra balance on a credit card, get a personal loan, borrow money, whatever we have to do, sell stuff, things like that. or we simply need to cut back by that same margin every single month in order just to make ends meet. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, obviously, you know what I'm talking about because everybody's been doing it for a while now, right? So the option is basically stay on the same trajectory, spending more, spending the same amount, and, doing something to raise money, as in floating on a credit card, getting loans, whatever stuff like that I just talked about, or simply cutting back at that same pace. So it's probably a combination of both for a lot of people, unfortunately, right? Anyway, hope this helps you. But again, I want to bring this to your attention. Again, it's all about transparency these days. We need to know this stuff. Has your local news told you this lately? Highly doubt it, right? I've been watching my local news lately a little bit, and I generally don't watch the local news, just being real with you, but I've been watching a little bit lately. I have not heard a single thing about this. This is all this other information that I'm finding from the research. So anyway, I want to bring this to your attention so you can see what's going on out there, and you can have full transparency of what's happening around the country and how the American people are just getting absolutely smoked right now by this inflation. And what are they doing about it? Nothing. They're doing about nothing about this, right? So interesting, right? It's almost like they don't really care. Are we shocked? I'm not, but I'm not sure if you are, but I think we're probably not all that shocked about this, right? Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please let me know what I can do for you down below in the comment section. I'll leave a comment, questions, feedback, anything like that. Subscribe to the channel down below. There's the big old subscribe button, and make sure to hit that if you have not done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, so they can also be informed of what's going on here, and also go back and check out any of the other nearly 4,000 videos here on the channel. It's a lot of videos, seriously. I mean, let's get real, right? It's a lot of time sitting right here in this old chair and making videos, right? Well, that's totally okay. I enjoy it. I just want to do what I can for you. Anyway, have a good day. Enjoy. Have a good one. Take care, and catch you again later in the next video.